Hi, I'm David Hodder. We're here in the shop at Mayhem Paintball and we're doing our Paintballers on a Budget video. We're going to be pitting three guns which we think are the best three of the budget electronic markers, which are the Planet Eclipse's Etha, Keys Empire Mini Inverts and Dye's Proto Max Rail. We're going to compare them all and give you a setup which should be under 335 quid. Let's go look at the guns. So we're looking at reviewing the Invert Mini, the Planet Eclipse Etha and the Proto Max Rail. Looking at the guns initially, all three of them have got clamping feed necks, which are, very important. The Invert Mini one and the Max Rail one are both completely metal, whereas on the Planet one it's plastic. There are downsides to this, especially if you're looking at a budget end marker, then you're probably going to be sort of relatively new to the game, and the mistakes you can make are over tightening the feed neck. You can either crack the feed neck, or if you're using like a proper plastic hopper, you can crack the feed neck on them. So having a metal one is quite a good starting point. Then another thing that's important is having an on-off on the ASA. So you can dump the air out your gun without having to take the bottle off the gun. So you can just degas it, shoot off your shot if the gun holds a shot, and you're in the game. The Max Rail has the on-off from the NT. The Etha has the screw equivalent, so you screw it down for the air to be on, screw it out for the air to be off. But on the Mini, you don't have that luxury. What you do have though is a gauge on it, so you know what pressure you're putting into the gun. And I believe these operate between 190 and 210 psi, which is pretty similar to both of these two guns as well. Going on to the barrel, you've got one piece on the Invert Mini, so it's just a standard one-piece barrel. You've got a two-piece on the Etha, and similarly, you've also got a two-piece on the Max Rail. On the grip frames, most people would be right-handed. Ideally you want to shoot both-handed, so if you're going outside the right-hand side of your bunker, shoot right-handed. If you're going outside the left-hand side of your bunker, shoot left-handed. On the trigger frames, the Max Rail and the Etha both have a mic switch. So as you put in the trigger, there'll be a mic switch which will be inside the grip frame, which will record the shots and will tell the board how many times you're pulling the trigger. On the Invert Mini, it's slightly different. It is a magnet, so when you pull the trigger, it reads it as being pulled close, and then will register a shot onto the board that way. Both these, the Max Rail and the Etha, both have spring returns. So there's actually a physical spring that pushes it back into your hand. But once again on the Mini, it's got a magnet which pushes it back and returns it to the pre-shoot mode. So on the guns, this is the only one that is magnet returns. That is pretty much down to personal preference. I personally prefer spring return, but what I'd recommend is going to your local store and actually holding the guns before you buy them, because there are some, each to their own. Some people like one, others will like another. On the markers, like on the boards, all of them have got your standard presets. So all of them have semi-automatic, which is single shot, essentially as fast as you can pull the trigger. They'll all have PSP ramping, they'll all have Millennium, and I believe they've all got NXL mode, which is as close as you can get to full auto in the European Union. On the Max Rail and the Etha, both of them have your standard setup, which is, in terms of air I should say, you have the ASA, and then the air will run through macroline hosing into a front regulator and will then go into the solenoid via the front reg. And so it's is on the Etha. So with both of these, to adjust the velocity, just an Allen key up the front rig, and you turn it one way for turning the air pressure up, the opposite direction for turning it down. On the Invert Mini, the airline hose actually runs through the body of the gun, so you'll have your regulator to adjust it is on the ASA itself, and on this one you can tell on the gauge, as I said before, you can turn it one way to turn it up, turn it the other way to turn it down, and then the air will run through the body and then to the board and then into the gun. Okay. Both of the Etha and the Invert Mini both have just a normal paintball setup on the breech, where they have a ball detent, which is what stops the ball running down your barrel, and eyes, so it waits for the ball to land before, so waiting for the ball to be in place before it shoots it, so you don't break paint. On the Max Rail, it still has the same, so it's got detents, it's got eyes, but it's also got the eye pipe, which is basically plastic covering that goes over the top of the eyes. The good thing about this is, if you ever break paint, it's also got, they're not the easiest thing to get out, by the way. If you break paint, what it does is there's an O-ring on the end of the bolt and it will self-clean over the top of it, so you shouldn't break as much paint. Cool. Yeah, so on the bolts, spool valve, this is a spool valve, that's a spool valve, and the Mini is a poppet valve. So air efficiency should be better on the Mini than it is on both of these two guns, because it's got a spring return. So on a spool valve gun, it uses air to push the bolt back and forward, whereas on the Mini, it will just use air to push it forward and the spring returns it back. That's enough of talking about the guns. What we're going to do is go shoot them. All the guns, so it's a fair test, we're going to be using a 0.8 litre bottle, which is a pure energy one, and a halo popper. With these, for £350, if you go on the link at the bottom of my website, you can buy all three of these markers with that bottle and that hopper for £350, so you know exactly what you're getting for your setup. Let's go shoot the guns. Okay, first gun I'm going to be shooting is the Max Rail. It's set straight out of the box, so it'll probably be on semi-automatic. Yeah, I'm going to be aiming, see the container over there, I'm going to be aiming for the top left corner. With the light safety first. Not my best spacing ever. So yeah, that was the rail. Let's see how we get on with the other guns. Next gun up, we've got the Etha. I'm going to aim at the top right hand corner. I think that was, I think I was definitely more accurate. It felt a bit, that was still a clunky gun. It's not like one of these ones where you shoot it and it's super smooth. But I think it's spacing better. Next up, the Invert Mini. I will be shooting at just smack bang in the middle, really.
that was the Invert Mini. I think it's safe to say, I think all the spacing on the three guns are about the same. That was the Invert Mini. I think all three guns so far are really good to shoot. I'd be happy to own any of them. What we'll do is, we'll go back up the top and we'll give you our winner.
Okay, really like the guns. All three of them. I think they're great. I would love to own any of them really. But I have got a favourite. People might disagree with me, but I have just shot the guns, and I've got to say, I think my favourite is the Max Rao. I just really like shooting them. I think it's like it's a giggle gun. So when I'm shooting it, I actually get really excited. Bearing that in mind, I think both of these guns are very, very good. But I personally would have a Max Rao. Then I'd go. I'd probably go Etha. Now there are big advantages of having a key gun, by the way. Key are Empire, BT, Invert, JT. They are the biggest company in paintball. So having this gun, you will always be able to get parts for it, and they're so huge. Pretty much any paintball field or store that you go to will be able to get your key product. So there are big advantages to having the Invert Mini, but I'd have an Etha. So I'd go best gun, Max Rao, second Etha, and then third the Invert Mini. But I like all of these guns. Yeah, I think you've done well if you've got one of these three as a starter marker. Cool, thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed our videos. Please leave your comments below. We love to hear what you think. If you want to buy any of these great markers, do so on the links below, and watch out for our next video where I've got a Dam shooting first strike.